Nothing better than the Nutter on Championship Saturday. One champion already in the D1. Congratulations to Rocky River Magnificent as we get set to bring you the D4 Championship game. It will be loud and proud in this building as New Knoxville at 26-2 will take on the St. Henry Redskins at 25-1. Hello, everybody. Dean Linke alongside former Buckeye Jackie Klein, and you know it's going to be loud today.
Oh, yeah, we saw it in that first match with the D1 finals. We're going to see it again with this small-town D4 championships.
Yeah, I'm a D4 man, so I love this. Let's take a look at the brackets on how these two teams got here to this championship game on this Saturday. St. Henry knocking off a very good Monroeville team, and New Knoxville taking care of Southwestern. So now you got to win a championship, so we need some keys. Let's go Jackie Klein style on the keys for a championship.
Yeah, first we're going to look to the Rangers. They need to focus on quality passing and serve receive. This will allow them to set up both Carson and Avery Henshin in the offense. For St. Henry, in the semifinals, the St. Henry Redskins dominated at the service line, finishing the match with 18 aces. If they can repeat that and pass well, they'll have the tools to win this match for the state title.
All right, we'll focus on some players, and you picked a winner for St. Henry.
We did. Carly Winner, she's number 8. She's a senior middle hitter. Carly contributed to the win against Monroeville to get to the finals with 11 kills, hitting .417. At crucial moments, she was able to put the ball away for the Redskins. Her performance in the middle today will be important as she matches up against the Henshin sisters.
Yeah, the Henshin sisters are key, and of course they're led by a player in Carson that's headed to Duquesne.
Yeah, number 3, Carson Henshin. She's their middle/outside. We'll see her hit pretty much everywhere on the net today. She's their go-to hitter. She's committed to play collegiately, like you said, for Duquesne University. She's equally as strong at blocking as she is hitting. Her sister Avery is also a major contributor in the offense for the Rangers.
Her twin sister, in fact, part of triplets. There's a brother in there as well. All right, the keys are set. The players to watch are set. Now we move forward to crowning a champion. We return. We'll start the process of doing just that. The D2 State Championship for OHSAA coming up next on NFHS Network.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, proud supporter of high school athletics and official sponsor of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables, to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy.
My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Mercy Health, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm Sloane Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood. Come on now, how we doing? Y'all doing all right out there?
Hello, and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to icrctv.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but my son's a good kid. He's not going to look for them.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Hi,
I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
It's the D4 Ohio High School Athletic Association Volleyball State Championship game. It is a packed house, essentially. The crowd is electric as the new Knoxville Rangers out of the Midwest Athletic Conference will take on the St. Henry Redskins out of the Midwest Athletic Conference as well. So these two teams obviously know each other well, which will add another great element. This is super exciting.
Yeah, it's really great to be back at the Nutter Center this year, and what a way to pack the house, like you said. Almost every seat is filled on both sides here, both wearing red, and you can hear them behind us. They are noisy.
St. Henry in the red tops, and New Knoxville looking for their first ever state championship in the white tops. St. Henry has won 7 titles, their last one coming in 2011. Serving first will be the New Knoxville Rangers, and it will be Avery Henshin, the twin sister of Carson Henshin. Avery Henshin gets us started for a D4 championship, Ohio High School Athletic Association here on NFHS Network. The set goes far side, and Carson Henshin will earn the first kill of the game.
We spotlighted her in the beginning for a reason. She's up high and ready, you can see here, delivering that ball down in front of the libero for St. Henry.
Dug out. Set for St. Henry, whirling. Popped in the air. Big swing by Waterman, and Waterman makes it 2-0.
Can you believe this crowd, Dean?
It is awesome, and this is what you get for D4. These little towns, they rally around everything important. That's one of the things I love about it. And a nice little tip over by Seafring right over here near us.
Lydia Whirling set her that ball a little bit too far, but she was able to cut it back in right into the center of the court.
St. Henry knocking off Monroeville 25-12. They fell in the second set, but came back to win the third set 25-15 and then 26-24. Once again, big swing coming from Carson Henshin, as we mentioned, headed to Duquesne. That one's going to get through Gable, and we've got a tie game here, 2-2.
We said Seafring's name a lot in the first matchup. We're going to see most balls go to her today, but we spotlighted winner. She's back in the game now. I expect her to get a number of sets also.
Carson Henshin, another big swing. Set coming from Lange, and the point will go to New Knoxville. Back and forth we go, 3-2 lead.
You can see here, the set was maybe a little too far outside because she clipped the antenna. Anytime the ball hits the antenna, is considered out of bounds immediately.
Point finished perfectly by Claire Wendell.
Great setting decisions here, going against the flow here to Wendell, down the line shot.
Lauren Beike, an excellent back row player, second on the team in aces and second in service points. Back to serve for St. Henry. And denied right there. Great block between Winter and Seafring.
Winter and Seafring working well together. Beike back there. Every time we've seen her serve, we've seen at least one ace. Take a look at that. Great technique blocking.
Beike through the tape. There's the ace right on cue. Well done, Jackie Klein.
This team, St. Henry, is known for their aggressive serving. Their coach talked about it a number of times in some earlier press reports. That is what they are known for, and they're going to bring that heat today.
You got a whistle. The point will come back to New Knoxville. St. Henry lost to New Knoxville in 4 sets in the regular season. And here they meet again, coming out of the same conference, the Midwest Athletic Conference. That's pretty impressive.
It is. And you talked about them knowing each other. They've seen each other quite a bit over the years in matchups. It'll be fun to see who comes out on top today.
That'll go off of Avery Henshin, and it's 6-4 St. Henry.
Take a look at this replay. Tooling the block. When you're up in the air, it's important to find those hands. Look for the pinky is the way to get the best tool shot when you're attacking.
Seifring on the serve. Popped in the air. Big swing by Bryn Egbert. Bryn Egbert, just a freshman that we were really impressed with.
We were. I think it's important for New Knoxville to spread out their set selection here, and they did by getting the ball to Egbert. They like to find those corners, Dean.
And there's the ace, and we're tied at 6.
This atmosphere today is just electric. This is where you want to play and what you want it to sound like when you're in the state tournament.
Carson Henshin serving, coming off a 30-kill performance in the semis. That's big numbers for Carson Henshin. Avery Henshin with the swing and another point.
Despite the net call, I think that ball still would have hit the ground. If you can see here, she goes past the blockers. Seifring wasn't able to get a hand on it.
Carson Henshin, part of a 3-0 run. Popped in the air, a dump right there, and nice job by Gable.
We talked yesterday about how a lot of times a setter will dump and the other team's setter will say, hey, I can do that too, watch me. And that's exactly what happened in that play.
Gable with 51 assists in the semifinal win. It's 8-6, New Knoxville on top. And handled there by Chloe Gels. Gels was jumping out of the gym in the semis.
Oh yeah, she's got some hops. Take a look at this replay. And with one blocker, it's easy for her to hit around.
So here's Carly Winner coming off an 11-kill performance in the semi on Thursday. Carson Henshin. And Gels again. So Gels with back-to-back kills with a aggressive right arm swing.
Yeah, I think it's important for both teams. We're saying multiple names getting kills, and you can see Gels. She's going to be a vital part of their offense if they can continue to spread out those sets.
Another ace coming for St. Henry. St. Henry now with 2 service aces already.
Yeah, St. Henry, they go back and they pack the heat when it comes to serving. New Knoxville's got to be in system to get the ball to the Henshin twins.
They go down the middle to Avery Henshin. Dug out back row. Big swing by Gable, and Avery Henshin is there to get the return.
Very smart play by Avery. She went up and found that hole. Check out this replay. Gable tried to get it to the floor, couldn't, but Henshin did it with that block.
Back and forth we go, 9-9. This is going to be a good one, folks, as you would expect for a state championship D4 style. New Knoxville, again, looking for their first ever state title. And the finish on the far side, well done again there by Waterman.
It's exciting to see her get involved now. Great set by Gable. Able to sneak it around the block. Great play. Gels again for that kill on the outside for St. Henry. She's on fire today, Dean.
She is. So 10-10. Carson Henshin first, now Avery Henshin. Picked up by Seifring. Nope, not even inbound, so the point coming for New Knoxville, who's taking a 1-point lead.
This is just a back and forth game right now. Both teams need to settle in here, and they need to try to get a run of 3. That'll get them ahead. The team with the most runs of 3 is going to win at the end of the day.
Coming into the game is Weedock for the serve with the 1-point lead. They go to Weedock. Weedock with a great dig right at the net, but into the net that time. And it'll be a point for St. Henry. That's a good call.
St. Henry gets that chance again to go back to the service line. That is where they're the most comfortable and score a lot of their points to get their runs.
18 service aces against Monroeville for St. Henry. That's how good they are at the service line. Popped in the air, Avery Henshin. Avery Henshin, massive swing, corner pocket, point.
What a very smart play there by Gables, getting the ball to Avery Henshin in the middle. They run more of an off-speed type offense in the middle. It's a second tempo, but that allows her to be able to make good decisions in the air.
Another point for Avery Henshin. Avery Henshin will go to Wheeling Jesuit, not too far from Duquesne. I talked to her before the game. It's only an hour away from Pittsburgh, so she'll be able to see her twin sister plenty. So that seemed to be okay. It's 13-11, New Knoxville. St. Henry gets it right back. Once again, it's Seafring. Seafring with the kill.
Yeah, getting warmed up here. Great movement and transition off the blocker, making it hard for New Knoxville to dig that ball.
Seafring had 18 kills against Monroeville, picking right up where she left off. They'll go back to Henshin. Carson Henshin. The dig is there. St. Henry will go back to Seafring. Denied at the net and dumped over. And there's Carson Henshin. So Carson Henshin off to a great start. She's got 2 kills.
You cannot battle against that height that she brings naturally. She's over the block on Seafring and delivering that straight down to the floor.
Nice back pass. The back pass read perfectly on the far side there by Fletterjohn. Fletterjohn's mom, the active coach here. We'll have more on that and a finish there. And right now, the Lance Rangers are looking good.
I love the speed of the game that's happening right now. It's fast, back and forth, getting both the back row and the front row involved. What a great back row attack from Avery Henshin.
So, of course, the story with heavy hearts, Meg Legeman losing her young husband to a tragic car accident a little over 2 weeks ago. She's got a young baby. They are doing it for Meg Legeman. You can talk more about that.
Yeah, the community has definitely come together for them. They're behind us, and you can see them wearing t-shirts that say "Live Like Ryan." They're also put together a trust fund for their young baby where the money for those t-shirts are going to her so that she'll have some of that money for the future for whatever she needs it for.
So a timeout to talk it over from St. Henry with the score New Knoxville 15, St. Henry 12. St. Henry, known as the Redskins, they have 93 girls. Superintendent Julie Gart, their principal, is the husband to the coach, Eric Rosenbeck. Dennis Wendell, the AD, Tricia Rosenbeck, who went to school at Wright State University, back here at her alma mater, coaching in the state championship. That's pretty special. Right now, her team down by 3. Now make it down by 2. Tooling that block right there. That is a big swing.
Yeah, Seafring knows that Carson Henshin's in the middle, so she is going to, you can see here in the replay, target their right side blocker, Gable, in order to get that kill.
Beike already back in there. It's her turn to serve again. 15-13 is the score. Popped in the air. The back pass for Winner. Winner just outside, though. The point will go to New Knoxville.
Nothing to be scared about, though. You're going to see her do this set quite often. It's that slide that she likes to do behind. Now that she's in the front row, we expect to see that again.
Haley Fletterjohn with the serve. First touch coming from Lange. Seafring again with a kill. Seafring's got 6 kills to lead all players.
Yeah, she's playing a very smart game. Again, she's targeting Gable, who is the shorter of the 2 blockers that is in front of her, trying to tool her pinky to get the ball out of bounds.
Seafring off the kill, back to the service line with New Knoxville up by 2. 16-14. St. Henry to try to close it to 1. Good serve and another ace. That is 3 service aces coming off 18 service aces on Thursday. They are so good from the service line.
They are. I'm so impressed with how well they are getting New Knoxville out of system. Very, very smart game plan.
Those 18 service aces on Thursday, now make it 4 service aces. So now they have 22 service aces and they only have 8 service errors over Thursday and today. That is very efficient.
Yeah, I expect that they spend quite a bit of time in their practice situations working on serving tough with limited errors.
Meanwhile, St. Henry, let's get to know them a little bit better as we're finishing up. Trisha Rosenbach, again, she has, check this out, she's got 5 boys, Tyson 11, Eli 9, Emma 8, Trey 5, Tatum 2. They went for the girl, they got the girl. Ensley's just 2 weeks old. Ensley's in this crowd right now dealing with all these noise. I'm wondering if she's got headsets on or not. There's a lot of noise in here.
There is a lot of noise, but finally she got her girl. They talked about her getting a lot of support from the community with this new birth. Presents galore. Hopefully she got lots of pretty dresses and shoes, because with 5 boys, I guarantee she hasn't had much girl stuff for this little girl that she just brought into the world.
How about that? Another little one enjoying whatever it takes. It's 16-16 here in the first set. Wonderful crowd for the Ohio High School Athletic Association D4 Championship. And it is Ace City going on right now.
Yeah, usually a coach will call a timeout to try to ice the server. It didn't affect Seafring at all, that timeout, coming in with an ace right away.
5 aces already for St. Henry as they've taken a 1-point lead, and miscommunication right there. It's 18-16. So St. Henry on a big run right now, a 5-0 scoring run for St. Henry to put them up 18-16. Back to the service line again, St. Henry. Let's see how New Knoxville will respond to this 5-0 run. Carson Henschen's usually a pretty good way, and Carson Henschen now with 3 kills, tied with her sister Avery.
Since New Knoxville is running more of a second tempo type offense, any type of ball that is passed near the 10-foot line or in front of it is going to be a great option to get the ball to either Carson or Avery Henschen.
Carson Henschen telling me before the game, if it wasn't Duquesne, it was Findlay. Findlay's a wonderful school, but she's a D1 player in my opinion.
I agree with you. She's going to do a great job at Duquesne, both blocking and offensively.
Service from Carson Henschen. Gales dug out by Fletterjohn. They go down the middle. Big swing from Avery Henschen. Avery Henschen's got that pep in her step back. I know it's first set pep, so we'll see how long she can contain it, but looking pretty good. Break down the replay.
Yeah, look at that. She likes to hit those corners, especially that right back corner.
So New Knoxville has retaken the lead. Winner. Ooh, nice idea right there by Gable. Gable now will set to Avery Henschen. Avery trying to find the area. Great back row dig. Dumped over. Carson Henschen first touch. They'll go back far side with the big swing there of Egbert. High in the air. Another free opportunity. Let's see what happens when New Knoxville gets in system. Avery Henschen blocked. Winner was there. So was number 1 Gels. And boy, St. Henry needed that point and they got it.
Yeah, Winner was directly in front of her. We call that taking the charging foul like in basketball. It's really hard to get past a block like that. Winner is up there and big.
19-19, service coming from St. Henry. We got a tight one here in the first set. Avery Henschen steps into it, tries to find deep corner, but just a little bit too deep.
That's a very hard ball to hit. Coming over her shoulder like that. I'm not surprised that she hit that one long. They can get right back into it with the pass right here.
2019. They go back to Avery Henschen, and Avery Henschen tools it for the point, and we're tied at 20. Avery Henschen has done well dealing with the block of St. Henry.
Yeah, she's everywhere. We just saw her hit right side. Now she's back on the outside, and then she comes into the middle of the block. Great kill.
I feel like both Henschens, if you remember, there's a service there. Remember, Carson Henschen kind of tweaked her ankle, and then later on, Avery Henschen was laboring, but they seem healthy. That extra day for the D4 from Thursday to Saturday could be a big difference.
Definitely an advantage that they played on Thursday. I agree with you, Dean.
21-20, St. Henry as this one back and forth. Now 21-21. Coming back into the game, the DS, Wiedock, who's got a great serve. The senior number 12, wearing the glasses. She stands out, not just with her glasses, but her great play.
Yeah, she is their serving specialist.
That left-handed serve. First touch from Seafring. Oh my, Gels just bringing the heat.
She is bringing the heat. She was named honorable mention this year for All MAC, and it shows why. Going up high, her elbow is back. Definitely on fire today.
So New Knoxville wants to talk it over after St. Henry. This has been a game of swings and a game of runs, like 3 points at a time, and now St. Henry's had it, and now it's 22-21.
Yeah, and it could go either way here in this first set. They like that side-out game, but one team's got to pull away. They seem to be fired up on that New Knoxville bench, ready to go.
In that win over Monroeville on Thursday in the semifinals, Seafring led St. Henry with 18 kills, but Gels had 14. And if you look right now, Seafring with 6, Gels with 4. They're bringing it again today.
Yeah, and Gels is currently hitting .667. That's telling you that she's not making very many errors, and she is hitting mostly kills.
Meanwhile, on the other side for New Knoxville, Avery Henshin hitting 300, Carson Henshin hitting 429. Part of the story, though, 6 service aces for St. Henry, and they've got a 1-point lead, and they're back at the service line. Ryan Busher, the freshman, really impressive on Thursday.
Yeah, she's all over the floor, making good digs in the back row.
Overpass, but off the back foot right there. Trouble for Maya Ontrop, and so this time the overpass worked out.
Yes, you can see here, she didn't get back far enough to make a good contact.
Avery Henshin with the serve. We're tied at 22s. Seafring, massive swing. Avery Henshin can't handle it. Seafring, 7 kills to lead all players.
Yeah, we saw her play in the semifinals. She didn't bring as much heat as she just did there. That was a fabulous swing. Way to get a good approach.
Grace Lange serving up one, 23-22, another ace. 7 aces. 7 aces in this first set for St. Henry, the Redskins.
What an advantage for St. Henry as their serving opportunities here. We see most of the athletes staying back there for multiple serving chances.
Oh, the drop serve over the tape. And what a point right there, and St. Henry will take set 1. This is nasty. After going back row, took a little bit off, tape, in, and 25-22 with 8 service aces. St. Henry takes set 1. We've got more on NFHS Network here in Dayton.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, proud supporter of high school athletics and official sponsor of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, proud supporter of high school athletics and official sponsor of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
behind 8 service aces, St. Henry takes set number 1 here in the D4 state championship for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. From the Nutter, Wright State University, Dayton, Ohio, Dean Linke with former Ohio State Buckeye Jackie Klein. The crowd, young and old, having just a wonderful time here. There'll be 4 incredible games, 1 already in the books. This is the second of 4.
Yeah, this environment is just, it gives me goosebumps hearing these fans getting so excited. What a fun matchup in that first set. St. Henry was able to pull it out, mostly because they did such a fabulous job on the service line. If you look at the statistics, we're seeing that New Knoxville is hitting better than St. Henry, but nothing can compare to those 8 aces that St. Henry was able to pull off in that first set.
Well done, Jackie, breaking down the summary of the first set. New Knoxville back out there with the Henshin sisters trying to get it done. Again, it's Jenny Fletterjohn representing on the bench as the acting coach, but Meg Legeman is sitting on the bench. It's the first serve of the second set. Popped in the air for Avery Henshin, and Avery Henshin gets the kill. So Avery Henshin has 6 kills, just 1 behind Seifring on the other side for most kills so far.
We have a good matchup here. Winner, you can see in the middle for St. Henry, is now going to be up against Carson Henshin.
Seifring pretty deep, denied there by Carson Henshin. Carson Henshin really went up with Haley Fletterjohn and denied the Seifring, but Seifring was pretty deep that time.
Yeah, she swung cross court, but she needs to start swinging line if that's the shorter blocking situation.
Knocked over by Wendell, kept alive, and a double touch. So St. Henry gets the point.
Usually when there is a double contact or a miss contact by a setter, it's because she didn't get her feet there fast enough, but she knew that she'll be back in action here on the next one.
Lauren Beike's got 1 service ace already. There is so much power on that serve, it really is hard to deal with. They'll go back to Seifring, and just like that, they listened to Jackie Klein and went down the line, but finishing on the other side is Waterman.
Waterman is so important in this offense. They need to get the ball to her just so that they can take eyes off of Henshin every once in a while and to feed it back.
Great back pass, the slide from Winner, and Winner with the winner. That's her first kill.
Yeah, we saw that in the first set. She had an error. We knew this is her favorite set. They would feed her again. Very, very good set by Lydia Whirling.
7-time state champion St. Henry against New Knoxville, looking for their first ever state title. Serve just over the tape, and it's another service ace. That's 9 service aces for St. Henry. These serves, they're just getting over the tape, and they're so hard to deal with.
Yeah, and Seifring is very comfortable back there. You can see how much space she needs to get a quality serve like she's been getting. That ball has plenty of time to drop, making it very hard to pass.
They set it down the middle for Gels, and Gels can absolute crank it. That's only a sophomore, so she is going to put up massive, massive numbers at St. Henry.
Yeah, and she's very tall, 5'10". She likes to hit both on the outside. She came into the middle to hit the 2, and we'll see her on the right side also.
Once again, the scramble off the serve, which has made it really tough for New Knoxville. The slide, Carson Henshin punches it back over, and that'll be a point. Carson Henshin earning that one.
Just a little bit of out-of-system miscommunication from St. Henry in that scramble in that last play.
4-4, back to serve, Haley Fletterjohn for the Rangers. They set the offense. Winner calling for it, but they go back to Gels. That's a great back row dig. Remember that dig if New Knoxville gets the point here. Cleaned up by Lange. They drop it back across again. The set here for Carson Henshin, and Carson Henshin goes through Seifring. I think that was going to be out, but so much power, hard to tell.
It is. It's hard to tell when it's coming that fast, especially straight at you. You have to make a decision if you're going to get out of the way or get in the way, and unfortunately she touched that one to go out of bounds.
Once again, Gels bringing the heat. Gels has 6 kills, 1 under Sebring, 7 for St. Henry, and we're tied at 5.
She's stepping up in this game. Multiple options there, line or cross. She decided to hit the go high hands for the kill.
Carly Winter, the senior, into the tape, and the service air, only the second against 9 service aces. But New Knoxville will take it as they take the 1-point lead.
This is a good rotation for New Knoxville when Carson Henshin is back serving and Avery Henshin is now front row.
Kept alive by St. Henry. Gales, every swing is just powerful. Carson Henshin went deep, read there by St. Henry, and a 2 deep. Nice pullback from Waterman.
We saw some of those matrix moves yesterday. Also Sebring here trying to hit back row.
Lead for New Knoxville. St. Henry taking the first set 25-22. They trail by 1 here, but they will have the serve again.
Gels again on the outside. That's the blockers' ball, Dean. The blockers should be taking away anything that can be hit down in the middle of the court.
Gels has 7 kills, tying Sebring. Avery Henshin and just out of bounds, and just like that, St. Henry has tied it up again.
Back and forth, we call this a side-out game. At some point here, someone's got to get a run. St. Henry definitely has the advantage here back on the service line.
Lydia Whirling, popped in the air by Fletterjohn. Carson Henshin gets it to Egbert. Back pass. Dig. Popped in the air. Great block. Remember the block from Gable right there, and then Gable sets to Avery Henshin. Avery Henshin put it where they're not, and that's a point.
New Knoxville all around good play, both in the back court and the front court. Great back one set by Gable. Avery's able to get that kill.
Tremendous volleyball matchup we have here. Through the tape is Gable. That was off the serve. Well done by Gable.
I wish we could get more of these serves that hit the top of the tape. Boy, if you could do that every time, you'd be worth a lot of money.
Talk about hitting the target, you're right. Oh, good save by Avery Henshin. And then Avery Henshin, Sebring with the back row dig and a double contact. So New Knoxville takes a 3-point lead.
This is that run we were talking about that needed to happen. New Knoxville got the first one here.
Serve again from Gable. Popped in the air, nobody there, and right now everything going right for New Knoxville.
Miscommunication by St. Henry. You can see nobody talked about who's actually going to hit it over. It looked like she expected Sebring to go ahead and take that attack, but it didn't happen.
So they'll huddle around Meg Legeman for multiple reasons with 11-7 lead. The New Knoxville Rangers 26-2 on the season. St. Henry 22-6. As you see, Trisha Rosenbeck, the former Wright State University star, played volleyball in the Nutter Center. Sophomore year, she said they were legit, and then their junior year, they beat Michigan State in one of their opening tournaments, which is something you'll never forget.
That's a big deal, playing a Big Ten team like that. She's calm and collected. She says she's been here before, but the girls, this is their first time at this stage, so she knows what to say to get them calmed down, ready to go.
Gable's been strong at the service line as part of this 4-0 run from New Knoxville to make it 11-7. Gable goes all the way. What a back row dig there from Sebring, but another point here where you can feel the fire from Bryn Egbert.
Take a look at this replay. Both blockers are there for the assist. Great pushover, great technique.
Carson Henson can't deal with that one, and St. Henry pulls one back, ending a 5-0 scoring run. And it's 12-8 with St. Henry back to the service line.
What a hard swing, great dig. Back in my day, you used to be able to run around the referee and bring it back, but they've eliminated that rule.
Raya Busher, the freshman, hits it too deep off the bench. Kind of fired up. Ryan Busher, described by her head coach, as we mentioned the other day, Trisha Rosenbach, has a little spitfire. So back in, Erica Wiedock. Scored 13-8. Lange popped in the air. Down the line is Seifring. That's what you said she needed to do, and she's doing it. She's got 8 kills to tie Gales.
Yeah, she's definitely looking at who she's matched up before it's time to swing. Down the line is the shorter of the 2 blockers. Very smart decision.
They continue to target Carson Henson. And St. Henry, I'll tell you, they're never out of it, are they?
No, especially back on that back line. They limit their service errors, and they're not scared to bring the heat, even in this environment. Very impressive.
They're already just 1 away from double-digit service aces. That's their 4th service error, but they still have 9 service aces. I think they'll take that, Rachel.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, some of those errors are happening at crucial moments, but if they can get a pass here, they're right back in it, which they do.
Seifring stopped, popped in the, double contact that time again there from Wiedock.
So you're allowed to double contact the first ball that comes over from a hard-driven attack or a serve, but not the second ball.
So Bikey, an ace machine, and as I say that, I jinxed her. So now all of a sudden 5 service errors to go with those 10 service aces.
Yeah, we've seen the tides have turned. New Knoxville is now a threat on the back line.
Lange. Henson. What a dig by St. Henry to keep it alive. St. Henry down 4, Henson again, and Henson this time finishes. And Carson Henson has 6 kills. Her sister Avery has 7 kills. 13 kills for the Henson sisters.
Before this, we saw her run a slide, and then she moved to the other side, running a 32. Very effective offense.
Waterman with the serve and the point for New Knoxville at 17-11. Looking like they might make this 1 set each for these 2 teams in the D4 state championship here in Dayton. Right at the net. Cleaned up there by Fletterjohn. I thought they were going to go to winner. They go back to Seifring, and that always works. Seifring now with 9 kills to lead all players.
Yeah, she is their outlet player and very effective out on that outside pin. Even snuck it past Carson Henson going cross court.
So Gales back into the game. Just over the tape again, and the overpass hit too hard that time by Lydia Whirling.
A little bit too much excitement as a setter. When you see that overpass, you start drooling. It's your chance to get a kill.
Spoken like a true setter, former setter for the Buckeyes. Jackie Klein, Carson Henson. And Carson Henson now really feeling it. She and Avery both with 7 kills.
I think this slide is her favorite set. She's very effective off of 1 foot.
The crowd is electric here. A whole lot of red in this one as the New Knoxville Rangers are red and gray, St. Henry red and white. And speaking of those colors, the Ohio State Buckeyes with a big game against Purdue in football today.
Yeah, the Buckeyes are represented here with the colors for sure. I heard Purdue has had a few upsets this year, so hopefully the Buckeyes can take care of business.
Yeah, need to keep on going as they're in the top 4 right now. I feel like we're always allowed to talk a little bit about the Buckeyes on any coverage for OHSAA. That's fair to say, no?
I am, yeah, I would say. I'm partial, though.
Yeah, but the great thing about you is you come from Colorado Springs. I live there, beautiful place, but Ohio got you. I guess your husband's an Ohio guy, and they kept you here.
They did, and we now work to teach volleyball to the youth here in the Ohio area. It's pretty fun.
You still have family back in Colorado?
I do. I get to visit quite often. I miss the mountains. I have to go get my mountain fixed every once in a while.
Yeah, we go back once a year as well. I lived there twice, Colorado Springs and Evergreen. There's the ace coming from Fletcher-John. And right now it's New Knoxville comfortable in top here, 20-12, looking like we're going to be tied at one set apiece. Fletcher-John again. Oh, wow, that's an out-of-system power shot from Gels. Gels is, you talk about an elite-level athlete right there in #1. She is.
She's smart. She knows when to swing hard and when to take a little bit off. Very effective hitter.
I don't think New Knoxville was expecting her to hit it that hard on a free situation. I like that play. Carson Henshin off the tip right there. Carson Henshin putting on a show. She's got 8 kills, just one behind Gels and Seafring on the other side.
She really loves this slide like we talked about. When she saw that down the line shot was open, she took it.
Gels denied that time at the net. That's better block there from New Knoxville, sitting on 21. They reset their offense. Avery Henshin. Lange pops it in the air. Seafring, now there is a free one. Carson Henshin first, Avery Henshin on the slide. Avery Henshin just a little bit too long. I thought Carson was going to ask for that one back, but she very unselfishly gave it up to her sister.
Yeah, everything was good. She just contacted that a little bit behind her head.
Lydia Whirling with the serve, too deep, well read by Carson Henshin. You could hear her scream out pretty early.
It seems like they've changed roles here, Dean. New Knoxville is now more effective on the service line, and St. Henry's a little bit more timid.
Great point. New Knoxville with 4 aces. Make it 5. Boy, Jackie, everything you're saying right before it happens, so you're in championship form as usual.
I've been around this game now long enough to know what to expect next.
Gable, overpass. Boy, Gels with a good dig and then a big swing, and looks like a finish. Gels, the first player in double-digit kills is Gels. That's a sophomore getting it done.
That's my motto this year with my club program is big swings. She's not afraid to take a big approach and swing hard even on a offset like that.
She's hitting .529 is Gels, but it's New Knoxville just 2 points away. Seafring, that's a great one-handed dig in the back row by Henshin, and then finish off that dig with Sprint Egbert, the freshman. What a great back row dig.
Yeah, that started with Henshin's dig in the back row, one-handed coming from that tall girl. And that set up the play for the kill.
Sometimes a finger, sometimes a hand, whatever it takes, sometimes a face as we've seen, sometimes a kick even.
Right, anything is live as long as you don't hit it twice.
Swing there from Fletcher-John, back pass. Perfect spot, that's really good placement from Wendell.
Yeah, I don't expect that Carson Henshin has a lot of experience in the back row. You can see that she was hoping to have it go right, and instead it went left.
New Knoxville looking to side out for this second set, but another ace coming for St. Henry. That's 11 service aces against 6 service errors.
You know that they're going to bring it back on that line. They want to try to come back. If anything, try to get the momentum back on their side for set 3.
Lange with 4 service aces. They go far side, and there it is. The second set goes to New Knoxville, 25-17. St. Henry took set number 1, 25-22. New Knoxville has tied it up at 1 in front of a great crowd. We'll bring you set number 3 of the D4 State Championship after these messages.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy.
My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Mercy Health, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm Sloan Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
Welcome back to the Nutter. Those are the trophies that are on the line. The great thing about this game, both teams will get a trophy. Obviously, even being a runner-up is a great accomplishment.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive when you walk into a school and see their trophy case. Despite if you get first or second today, it is going to be going back home on the bus and representing their school.
Tremendous opportunity for the Midwest Athletic Conference as these two teams repping that conference in the state championship game. That is a rarity, I'm sure of it.
Yes. So we're going here into set number 3. St. Henry had some rare service errors. They had 5 service errors that last set, which is just not like them. So hopefully they can turn it back up on the line, but starting it off is New Knoxville on the service line.
Wiedock's left hand with that serve. Seifring with another kill. Seifring's got 10 kills. Gels has 10 kills. 2 players on St. Henry with double-digit kills.
Seifring, despite being pushed a little far outside, is able to do a thumb down cross-court shot with that ball.
Lange with the serve. The scramble, good hustle here by New Knoxville. Good set back to Seifring. Seifring finds that corner pocket again as Seifring now leads all players with 11 kills, Jackie.
She hit that same spot last time. No reason to change anything. Great kill.
2-0 St. Henry. Lange into the tape. So that'll bring Avery Henshin back to the service line. By the way, New Knoxville was a runner-up in 2006. They were here in 89, 2006, and now back again in 2021. And we got a whistle.
Yeah, they called Lydia Whirling for St. Henry on a double contact again.
Avery Henshin with the serve. Picked off there by Busher. The slide by Winter, and that's a perfect block. That is so hard to do.
I know, and they probably talked about that in the huddle because Winner's now front row. That's her go-to swing. Carly Henshin there perfectly reaching back over.
They go back to Seafring, denied there by Carson Henshin. That's 2 perfect blocks, one on the far side from our broadcast position and one right in front of us.
Yeah, we talked about her in the beginning being equally as good at blocking as she is hitting. I think that's why Duquesne wants her, is for her big arms blocking.
Overpass. Winner and too deep. New Knoxville on a run right here. 5-0 run for New Knoxville. St. Henry elects not to call a timeout just yet. It's 5-2. I think another point and you might see a timeout for St. Henry. It's 5-2 with 5 in a row. And there's a good way to not worry about a timeout. Get it to Seafring.
Very smart change of play. You can see here, Seafring is usually out on the outside pin, but she came inside to run the 2. Very smart decision.
So here comes Beike. Beike's got 1 service ace already. This is playable as they go back to Henshin. Henshin goes right through the block right now. Henshin has found something, including some spring, but she is hitting balls through the blocks.
Yeah, and it really starts with a pass. Gable's able to give her a strong hittable ball where she could have 2 decisions, line or cross.
6-3 New Knoxville. Popped in the air. Fleder-John kept alive by Whirling. Back row, back pass. Oh my, that looked like it hurt as Carson Henshin runs into the referee stand and hit her leg right there. Boy, she just gets up and shakes it off, but that did not. Meg Legeman checking on her. Boy, she's tough, isn't she? But that hurt. Watch
She is
this.
tough.
Oh, you can't see it on the replay, but well, yeah, you can kind of see her laying down there. She runs right into the referee stand right here in front of us. Hit it awkwardly.
Yeah, that's a typical thing though for a middle to do that. But I think what's weird with this one is it's not just the straight up and down pole. There's another little angled thing that holds the referee stand. Here we can see it. Ooh, she did turn her ankle.
Again.
That's the same one that she did last time. Good thing she's wearing ankle braces. It looks like it isn't affecting her. She is tough.
Yeah.
She's going to be a great D1 player.
Yeah, she really is. So Melissa Waterman, just so folks that and another point here, and we saw the big screen there from Gable. I like Gable's energy.
Yeah, she's being a great quarterback for her team. You can see here St. Henry out of system with the fist pump coming from Gable.
Winner keeps it alive and then popped over there by Busher. Henshin, massive swing. Winner denied by Henshin. Seafring picked up by Avery Henshin, and right at the line, that is perfect. Great save there from Ellie Gable, tremendous.
Textbook dump by Gable. You can see here, her intentions are to dump to zone 2. She uses her right hand. Very impressive.
9-3 New Knoxville, and the finish there from Winner.
Winner yelling, let's go, to her teammates. She wants to get that rhythm and that connection with her setter, Lydia Whirling. Maybe that'll be the start for them to start connecting better.
And Gels is back in there. She brings those 10 kills. Not a 6 rotation player, but 6 rotation stats. Carson Henshin is a 6 rotation player, and she's got 11 kills.
She had a great swing on that one. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds a little too much. She couldn't believe that they had called it out. It must have been close over there.
So 9-5, so I'll take that back. Carson Henshin did not get her 11th kill. Seafring. And Gels runs out of real estate, so the point will come back to New Knoxville.
It's not good for St. Henry to be out of system here. They need to take a deep breath and really work on focusing on passing this ball.
Haley Fletcher-John with the serve. Gels, always powered, either pin or down the middle. Always an aggressive swing from Gels. Here it is again, Gels. What'd I just say?
Big swings. Big swings is in her head. She never goes to think about roll shotting or tipping. Very impressive. Take a look at this replay. Big arms, gets her elbow back fast. Great technique.
She is really hard to block. It's 10-6. And that's a kill from Henshin. Now she'll get her 11th. That one counts.
Yeah, that's a great swing. St. Henry does a good job of getting their hands on it. It just goes out of bounds off of the dig. It shows you how much power they actually are receiving from Henshin.
Too deep, so it's 11-7. St. Henry taking set one, 25-22. New Knoxville with the bounce back, 25-17, and they're leading the third set, 11-7. Speaking of 7, number 7, Whirling, back to serve for St. Henry. And that's a block right in the middle there. Great work by Maya Antrop.
Exactly what St. Henry needed to get that momentum back on their side. They knew the ball was going to go to Avery Henshin, and they were camped out ready to block her.
So it's 11-8. St. Henry never lets you get too far away from them. Another dump right there, and that is a Gable special, maybe a Jackie Klein special. Did you do that a lot?
Oh yeah, they're my favorite. Textbook. She again, I would give her compliments that she's using her left hand, which makes it even more deceptive when she's up in that front row.
She's back to serve, and they look for two, and they'll get it. So Gable's having a really good game. It's 13-8. Gable's got 3 service aces. Gable making 4 service aces.
She likes to, if you watch here, she likes to look like she's going to hit it hard, but she takes off a little bit by pulling back her hand and serving it short. I expect her to serve it hard here.
Gable's got 5 service aces, and she's got 21 helpers as the setter. And that's going to earn a timeout as Trisha Rosenbach wants to talk it over. St. Henry took the first set, but it's been New Knoxville in the second and the third set.
Yeah, the point spread here is almost an uncomfortable one for St. Henry. They have to take advantage of passing a good ball here in order to be in system and try to get the ball back so they can serve from their service line.
You saw in the huddle there Mia Newcamp, who tore an ACL. Spider-Man's in the house. As she sits on the bench, student coach, does the service zones, now part of the coaching staff. If she plays her senior year, Trisha Rosenbach believes Newcamp over in the other huddle will be a D1 player. So you see Newcamp right over the shoulder there of the coach. You can see the blonde hair looking on. You know that if she was out there, that would be a massive, massive help.
It might be a change. It would help them quite a bit. It's unfortunate that she's going through this year.
15-8, Ellie Gable. Big time numbers, 4 service aces, 2 digs, and 21 assists for number 13, the senior Gable. She seems ready for the big moment. She's run off 3 service aces in a row. That's a heater.
She's targeting Sebring for St. Henry. She likes to serve it deep like she does here, and then she'll change it up and she'll serve short right in front of her.
16-8, going for 4 in a row. Takes the off speed there. Gels, good night.
Gels, I want to bring her back to my gym to show my young athletes how to have big arms. You can see her arms go back fast and she's ready to go. Phenomenal technique.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea because she definitely is getting it done. Out of bounds. So there's St. Henry returning the favor with great service.
The ball of fire's back in here to serve. Raya Busher.
Busher with that left hand. Avery Henson. Avery Henson with 8 kills.
The power the Henson sisters bring is just unstoppable. I think St. Henry needs to start putting up either 2 or 3 blockers against those girls just to try to slow it down.
Service air that time from Wiedock. So that'll put Lange back on the service line, down by 6. They need a run here of 3 or 4 serves, just the way Gable did on the other end. St. Henry we're talking about. Loose at the net. Boy, Gable's always ready. Wiedock, Gable, back to Avery Henson. Back row dig there by number 10, Busher. And running out of real estate, and another point for New Knoxville.
St. Henry was there and ready to play it. Unfortunately, the ball hits the referee stand, which makes it instantly out of bounds.
Avery Henson, quick service. Avery Henson, back row. Carson Henson, one-arm save there from Whirling. Seafring, Avery Henson again. Gable, the swing coming that time from Fletterjohn. And Fletterjohn with another point.
Gable is having a very great game, making good setting decisions. Setting that back to her right side hitter is very smart.
23 helpers now for Gable. Seafring's got 13 kills to lead all players.
She needs to come into the middle more often. Every time she hits a 2-ball, she gets a kill.
Yeah, I like that comment. I like Seafring and Gels going into the middle more often. Both of them have been solid.
Yes.
Bikey back out there with that unbelievable serve, and another service ace for Bikey. Second. So you've got Seafring with 5 service aces, 4 from Lange and 2 from Bikey.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of Bikey's serve here. It comes very fast.
They go far side, looking for Carson Henson. Carson Henson right at the net. Good work, popped over there by the setter. Smart decision. Seafring held up. Gable pops it in the air. Now back to Carson Henson again. Massive swing. This will be a good opportunity for New Knoxville to get their 20th point in system. Carson Henson tools it, earns it. They got 20.
Carson Henson, again, she loves to go off 1 foot behind the setter. She's there and ready, but so are the blockers, but they're just not strong enough to keep it from coming over to their side.
7-point lead, and that magical 20 number already for New Knoxville, who won the second set, brought that momentum into the third set. Seafring. Oh, and a double trouble there from Avery Henson. You can see it in her face right there. Unfortunate. It was like she was thinking about the next move a little bit.
Yeah, she just, that was a little bit of a brain fart, but it'll be okay. They've got a major lead here. They're at that 20 mark, like you said. She makes it up with a pass.
Back pass coming. And boy, I thought they were going to go all the way across. Carson, I think, wanted it. They went back to Haley Fletterjohn. Boy, Carson looked like she had some space on the other pin.
Yeah, so Gable moved backwards. That's typically when you want to set against the flow, which the set should have gone to Carson on that one.
That's what I thought as well. Here it does go to Carson. Slowed down at the net. Gels.
Gels is on fire. The rules that we tell our setters is don't stop setting the person who's on fire. The only time you stop setting her is if she stops herself or the other team stops her, and New Knoxville is not able to stop Gels.
It is a state championship crowd. The energy is electric, the atmosphere outstanding, as Trisha Rosenbach trying to pull St. Henry back into this. One of the reasons why Chloe Gels, 13 kills, hitting .571.
Impressive. That means she is not making any errors. And we haven't seen her tip a ball yet today. Everything has been big swings. If they can continue to pass the way they have, I see her getting most of the sets moving forward.
That is so on point. Scrap the finesse when it comes to Gales. Power and then some more power and then throw in a little bit of power.
Yeah, and Carson Henson does the same thing. She just fights right through a blocker. Both sides are powerful. We're only a 4-point spread away from tying this back up.
Yeah, Carson Henson hitting .458. That's not too bad either. Gales, though, as I mentioned, .571 with 13 kills. Seafring back to the line. 3-0 scoring run right now from St. Henry. Carson Henson went finesse that time, but it was red. Carson Henson with the block. Carson Henson again, but hits it out of bounds. So now a 4-0 run from St. Henry.
That definitely went to the way of St. Henry here. Watch. A little bit of a miss hit by Carson, and she pushes it out of bounds instead of back into the court.
2017, Seafring. Avery Henson, now Carson Henson. Carson Henson, 13 kills, one behind Seafring.
Better setting decision by Gable. She was moving backwards, as you can see here in the replay, setting against the flow out to Henson.
Haley Fletcher-John with her mom looking on as the standing coach, and that'll work, and that'll make mom happy, right?
Yeah, that definitely allows New Knoxville to take a deep breath here.
22-17, New Knoxville lost that first set. Gales again. Gales tied with Seafring with 14 kills.
Every time the outside hitters for St. Henry have come into the middle, they have scored. They need to continue to run that play until someone stops them.
With Winter back, Ontrop is in the middle. Ontrop got a piece of it, but Carson Henson with 14 kills. It's the Carson Henson, Seafring, and Gales show right now.
Carson Henson's just too powerful. They're there blocking her, but it almost brings their shoulders back, which means the ball will always come down on your own side versus the other teams.
23-13, Gales.
They must have heard me because she again comes into the middle. Very smart setting decision by Lydia Whirling.
Claire Windows, speaking of Lydia Whirling, back to the service line she goes. 23-19, they've got to have a run here. Avery Henson and red really neatly there by Ontrop.
Better blocking technique by St. Henry. You can see in a replay, if there was one that we would push over and they would be on the other side, allowing, you can see here, they push over, their hands are on the other side of the net. It makes it impossible for that ball to get over to the St. Henry side.
23-20, St. Henry taking set one, 25-22. New Knoxville bouncing back 25-17. They have pretty much led this entire way, but St. Henry hanging in there as it's now 23-20. So New Knoxville wants to talk it over and see if they can finish it out.
They're trying to ice the servers over on the St. Henry side, trying to make sure that they don't come back with an ace like they have been typically throughout this match.
So out of the timeout, Lydia Whirling steps back to the service line. Both these teams have been dominant from the service line. 12 service aces for St. Henry, 10 for New Knoxville, which is impressive. 23-20. Avery Henson. Gales. Good work that by Avery Henson to get a piece of it. Avery Henson slowed down the power from Gales.
She did. And that chaotic game we talked about at the beginning, she took care of it instead of being nervous. Just sent it over, unable for St. Henry to pass it up.
serving for set 3 at 24-20. Oh, wow, great finish here near side. Well done. I think that was Wendell.
Yeah, number 5, Claire Wendell, went up. She took care of business, just sending it to that sideline, making it hard for the defender to move backwards.
Busher in to serve. Every serve matters here. 24-21, a side out will give the third set to New Knoxville. Seafring denied. They'll reset with the back pass. That goes through the tape. Back row dig coming from Gable, who's doing it all. And the finish there from Carson, no, too deep. Well, I thought that was in again, and now it's 24-22.
Yeah, you can see here in the replay, she had good arm movement, just a little long, just about a ball's length long, and that's about it.
Busher again going to Carson Henson. Avery Henson will tool it, and the third set will go to New Knoxville. They bounce back 1 set 2, they win set 3. When we return, New Knoxville can win their first ever state title if they can win set 4. We'll see if St. Henry has the answer on the NFHS network.
I'm Sloan Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood. Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Volleyball Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to icrctv.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Welcome back to the Nutter, Wright State University, Dayton, Ohio, where New Knoxville's won set number 2 and set number 3. We're sitting courtside right next to the main man, Doug Ute, the executive director. This man knows a good seat when he sees one. He knows where to be sitting. Great to be next to him. Love Tim Street and all the great folks at OHSAA. Here we go for set 4. And St. Henry, what do you think the message was from Tricia Rosenbeck, the head coach for St. Henry? After winning the first set, they lost set 2 and 3.
I actually think that they discussed blocking technique. Right now, when the blockers are going up, they're too tight to the net and their hips are coming forward, which means their arms are going back when the Henshin twins are hitting the ball, which makes it an easy tool. So if they can fix that and then focus again on their serves, which is their strength, they're going to be back in it in this set number 4.
So interesting the way they start. Gels is on the bench. It's so funny. Michelle and I were having conversations as, you know, Brandeis sits all that time, right? And then they end up losing. And it's such a difference when Brandeis out. I feel like it's a difference when Gels is out as well.
I agree. She finished that last set hitting over 500.
Gable did not think she was in the net. I didn't see her in the net. Did you see her in the net?
I did not.
But St. Henry gets the point, 1-0. Good serve from Bikey. Too deep, so 2-0. So St. Henry, that's how you want to start, down 2-1 if you want that all-important 5th set to find a champion.
Yeah, they are taking advantage of Bikey being a great server. I think I jinxed her. We've done that now twice, Dean. But that was the hope that she would be getting them out of system for New Knoxville.
Avery Henshin serving for the tie. It's 2-1 St. Henry. Seafring with Gable. Kept alive. Carson Henshin went with a little bit of finesse there. Winner just knew where to go. Trying to find that corner pocket, and Avery Henshin can't get to it.
They need to keep getting Winner involved. She had such a great game in the semifinals, but we haven't said her name a lot in this match. Hopefully her and the setter Lydia Whirling can start connecting.
Seafring on the serve. Carson Henshin, yeah, that was just too much time. One of the best digs you're ever going to see, though, from Seafring. And Seafring, for the moment, saving the day. Scramble, and boy, Seafring had the great dig, but New Knoxville sticks with it.
Go ahead and hit that line. Not able to control it despite laying out for the ball.
New Knoxville serving for the tie. They fake Winner, they go to Gels. Gels, 16 kills, leads all players.
Very smart to run that play. Once again, the 2-ball in the middle. It's not even deceptive. They should know it's coming, but they're only leaving one block up, even though it is Carson Henshin.
They're not getting a touch on the power of Gels.
No,
it's just going straight
fire.
down. Yeah, Carson Henshin straight down and out of bounds. She wanted that call, didn't get it.
I think this is the game plan. Serve tough, get them out of system, block strong, get the ball to Gels.
Carly Winner serving up 3 here in the all-important 4th set for St. Henry to push this one to 5. Carson Henshin drops it over her head. And that time, that's a rare mistake by Gels. She didn't get the arm under it. That is the first time this entire day that has happened.
Yeah, but if you watch in this replay, look at what New Knoxville has done.
Wow.
They put 3 blockers on her. Smart decision by New Knoxville.
Great job, Jackie. 5-3, and Gels took a little bit off of that. It'll be a point St. Henry.
Yeah, second net call on them. That's an adrenaline thing. Carson Henshin went up, but she just piked a little too high at the net, touching the net when she was blocking.
6-3 St. Henry, that deceptive drop serve. So fun to watch, Jackie. Gels denied that time. Gels was just a little bit too deep, so she couldn't get that arm up over the net, kind of like with her body. As you said, her shoulders have been above the net quite a bit.
Yeah, she got pushed too far outside, so the only way she could hit was cross court, and Carson Henshin knew that and dropped her hand inside to block the ball.
And Gels again mistimed it, so all of a sudden, maybe, like you said, the 3-wall, cutting off the angles, maybe affecting the power of Gels, who was having a blinder early on.
Yeah, New Knoxville has adjusted accordingly, and very smartly, they're now back in it.
Point back, though, for St. Henry, so St. Henry ends that run, and it's 7-5.
You can see here, off-speed shot, so instead of hitting it as hard as she could, she did what was called a roll shot, which slows it down enough that defense isn't ready.
We'll go back to Avery Henshin. Oh, and Avery got lucky. Trying to get out of the way was Busher, and she couldn't do it. That was way deep.
It was. The rule is back on the back line. If the ball's above your shoulders, it's out of bounds, which it was, but she couldn't get out of the way.
Serving to tie it again, New Knoxville. Seifring did well to stop her body as she was headed toward the net. That's a great finish. I like how some of the role players really starting to get involved.
Every time Waterman gets the ball, she takes care of business. Very smart line shot.
7-7 and a service error. So the point will come back to St. Henry as back and forth we go.
This is a key serve here by Lange. She always does a great job on the back line. She typically gets multiple chances every time she's back there.
Lange with the dig, and the point coming, the kill there for number 10, Egbert.
That was a hard play. You can see she was in a weird position, but still able to get the kill.
New Knoxville would like to avoid that 5th set. Down the line and the finish there from Wendell.
The crowd has erupted for St. Henry, trying to get them motivated the best they can. You can see here, both pins are working on hitting down the line for a reason. They're trying to keep the ball away from Avery Henshin.
Great work on the far side again. And we're tied at 9s.
Yeah, they've tried to get Waterman and Fletterjohn involved. Both girls, when they get the chance to touch the ball, they're doing a great job taking care of business.
Carson Henshin at the net right there, ready for it, and she's got 15 kills.
Talk about taking care of business. Take a look at her positioning. She's over the net and directs the ball with both hands away from the middle. Very smart technique.
New Knoxville with a 1-point lead. Seifring. Seifring's got a double-double, 15 kills with 10 digs.
Seifring, a very smart player. You can see here in the replay, big arms like we talked about with Chloe Gels. That ball lands in front of the defender. That's a hard ball to dig.
And Gels back in there with the score tied at 10. Seifring, who's been so good from the service line. She's got 5 service aces, tremendous ability to dig. She's got 11 digs now. Kept alive by Gable. Gable's so smart. Back pass coming there from the setter Whirling. Good rally going here, and Henshin through the tape. Carson Henshin, 16 kills and hitting above 330.
She got lucky and clipped the top of the tape. St. Henry wasn't ready for that, but that was all set up by Gable.
Service error from Waterman to make it 11s. This one is going to go down to the wire here. Winner. Gels on the front row along with Ontrop, and of course their setter Whirling. Carson Henshin was calling for it. They got it, hit it over. Pass wasn't there. The dump coming from Whirling. Jackie Klein special.
Yeah, so Winner is actually targeting Erica Wiedock. Looks like they're going to call a timeout specifically to try to ice Winner to see if she can make an error on that back line.
St. Henry 12, New Knoxville 11. St. Henry taking the first set, 25-22. Then it's been New Knoxville 17 and 22 in the second and third set over St. Henry. And this one is 12-11, St. Henry on top. The stat leaders, Chloe Gels, 17 kills, hitting .433. She's got a couple blocks. Carson Henshin, 16 kills, hitting .343, 4 blocks and 6 digs. And by the way, her sister, Avery Henshin, joins Seifring in that all-important double-double club. 10 digs and 11 kills for Avery Henshin.
Wow, we're seeing a great match today, and I'm really impressed with the coaching staff of all the teams that we've been watching. They're very positive with their athletes despite their winning or losing. You're doing a great job of helping these young ladies become great people.
Jenny Fletter-John, the assistant coach, with some final instructions. They get ready to serve this ball. Gable pops it high in the air. Saved there by Winter. Whirling back to Gels and read there by Wenchen. So Carson Henchen, I feel like I've been putting a W in there, but Carson Henchen has been outstanding.
Yes, they've done a good job of targeting Gels. Gels had that great set before, so they said we need to stop her. She's probably going to get most of the balls.
Carson Henchen again. 6 blocks for Carson Henchen.
She is such a smart player. She knows that Gels is now coming into the middle. They're now helping out and doing at least a double block against Gels.
And another block, this time from Egbert. And it's 14-12, New Knoxville trying to finish this one off. Seifring, back row run. Dug out back row, Gable, Henchen. Carson Henchen, 17 kills, tying Gels for the most. And another timeout for Tricia Rosenbeck with the score 15-12. New Knoxville up 2-1 and 10 points away from winning the state championship.
I know exactly what it feels like to be both of these teams, to be ahead and to be behind. It's time to take a deep breath if you're St. Henry. Focus on what you're good at. But for New Knoxville, it's time to attack and continue to attack and know what's coming at you.
The service aces have kind of gone away, so both teams have figured that out, as amazingly St. Henry only has 2 more service aces than New Knoxville. They've got 12. St. Henry, or New Knoxville's got 10. As far as service aces, 8 service aces for St. Henry, so it's +4. It's actually +5 for New Knoxville with 5 service aces. Service errors.
They keep trading, don't they? When one does something well, the other person or the other team says, hey, I can do that too, watch me.
Let's see if the timeout from Rosenbeck, the head coach of St. Henry, can slow down Fletter-John. Another good serve out of the timeout, Gels. And that's all because of the great serve from Fletter-John.
Yeah, and a rare off-speed shot by Gels actually probably kind of messed her up. She had to roll shot it. She's used to hitting it hard off of a full approach.
Here's Gels' full approach, bingo.
That's her. That's her strength. She knows how to transition hard, big arm swing, fabulous, fabulous attack.
The senior Wendell with the junior Ontrop on the front row. And a service error, rare mistake there from Lydia Whirling.
Hey, the momentum is all on New Knoxville's side. St. Henry needs to change that now before they get to that famous 20 point.
17-13, 7-time state champion St. Henry. New Knoxville, they are 8 points away from their first ever state championship. 17-13 and make it 18-13. Those are the kind of points that win you championships, those little gifts.
Yep, you can see it in Carson Henchen's eyes. She is going to continue to push back. She's going to attack all the way to the end. Let's see if they can stop her.
18-13, Gales denied there by Avery Henchen. Avery Henchen, they'll go back. That's a big swing. That is power right there in rhythm. Bryn Egbert, that's a freshman. So now you've got Egbert joining in, and look out, New Knoxville 6 points away from a state championship.
Boy, you can hear this crowd. We've even got a horse in the stands. I love this environment. It makes me wish I could go back and do it again.
Did you win a state title in Colorado?
No, but I made it there multiple times. Never was able to come through. But boy, I would have loved to have that on my resume.
Great shot at the horse that you mentioned out. The Rangers, New Knoxville Rangers, they know what the deal is. They are 6 points away. They were runner-up way back in 2006. The only other time they had been here was in 1989, so just their third visit. And behind the Henchins, as well as Gable. Gable, look at her numbers, 34 helpers, 7 digs, and 3 blocks from your setter.
Being a setter myself, I'm very impressed with her performance today. She's making the right decisions, setting against the flow, not always getting the ball to the Henchins, which are their powerhouses, but going to the athlete that has the better chance of hitting against a one-on-one block.
Seifring with the dig, and that's going to be a point off the block right there. So a good timeout from Trisha Rosenbach.
Yeah, we call that a coach's point. You can see here what a good pass that was. Off speed, off the hands. Great play.
19-14, the freshman Busher back to serve, and it's too deep. You can see the fire right there from Carson Henchen. They will take service errors right now to try to finish this off all day.
Yes, that's a free point. Momentum stays on the side of New Knoxville.
20-14, 10 service errors for St. Henry, which is rare, but the answer coming back there by Wendell.
Yeah, she's on fire. She landed, you'll see her face here in this replay. She is trying to fire her team up to get ready for this comeback.
No, she's been great, hitting .438 with 7 kills, so on limited touches, she's been efficient. Avery Henchen. Lange. And Lange able to tool at that time, so a point for St. Henry.
I wasn't sure if that hit the blocker's hands or the net. We can see here. Well, it did. It went off of New Knoxville's arms.
2016, Lange serving. Avery Henchen sets her feet, goes back row. Busher with a tremendous dig. Seifring and tools it again. So Seifring with back-to-back points, and here comes St. Henry, the Redskins.
Boy, I had to credit Busher on that dig. That's what set up this play. Can you hear this crowd?
3-0 scoring run for St. Henry. Avery got a tip right there. That's going to be a point for New Knoxville. They needed right that. Good work by Avery Henchen to understand the block.
Yeah, she's looking for the fingers on purpose, going high hands. When that happens, the ball travels over the heads of the defenders and out of bounds.
21-17, Wendell with another kill.
Trading back and forth here. You can see in this replay, she gets a great approach, fighting the ball through the blockers.
So Bikey back to the service line. This is a big point right here at 21-18. Blocked, kept alive off the return, and the point when it's 22-18. And you can feel the energy right now.
New Knoxville here, staying forward on the attack with the unfortunate service error. St. Henry's got a chance.
So Seifring. Avery Henchen. Great hustle by Gable. Tremendous, right in front of us. 22-19. Kept alive by Carson Henchen. And Carson Henchen gets that might be the biggest point of the game right there.
Oh, yeah.
With Gable and the effort.
So smart. Gable pursued the ball towards us, but Carson Henchen plays this ball with one hand, then gets ready to attack. That is high-level volleyball, ladies and gentlemen.
23-19, Gels. Avery Henchen to Carson Henchen, and Carson Henchen has New Knoxville a point away from the first ever state championship here at the D4 Ohio High School Athletic Association Volleyball State Championships at the Nutter, serving for a state title. New Knoxville 24-19. Gels picked up right there. They set their offense. They go far side, and there it is! New Knoxville are your D4 state champs! Boy, what a story when you think about the despair with Meg Lageman losing her husband in a car accident 2 or 3 weeks ago, and now here, and they'll be bringing back the state championship to New Knoxville.
This team has played together since 3rd grade. You can see that they have the team chemistry to deserve this state title.
Let's go to break, and we'll come back with Michelle Mimna talking to some of the stars of the game. Carson Henson might be in the mix. Avery Henson could be in the mix. Ellie Gable could be in the mix. New Knoxville, their first ever state title. We'll be back with more.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series, and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Mercy Health, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm Sloan Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
Trophy time. The runner-ups for St. Henry getting their trophies. I'll let the PA announcer do the work, and you can enjoy it here on the NFHS network, where New Knoxville has won their first ever state title. The 7-time state champion St. Henry receiving their runner-up trophies.
Number 8, Carly Winner. Number 9, Brianna Seifring. Number 10, Raya Busher. Number 11, Lauren Tiemann. Number 12, Maya Antrop. Number 13, Lizzie Snyder. Number 14, Jalen Everman. Number 15, Leah Layfield. Number 16, Mia Niekamp. The coaches, Jenny Nieport, Ashley Kanapke, Kylie Hulsman, and the head coach of the Redskins, Tricia Rosenbach. All right, volleyball fans, clearly the Midwest Athletic Conference knows how to play some competitive volleyball. St. Henry fans, we know you're all so proud of the accomplishment of these ladies on the court today, but especially their display of outstanding team unity, commitment to the sport, and being role models for all the young girls in the stands today. St. Henry High School volleyball has a remarkable record of 15 trips to the state volleyball tournament, including 2 of those state championship by members of your own coaching staff.